Hello, y'all. How you doing? How you doing? Um, those of you that are coming back, welcome back. Those of you that are new coming in, welcome in. How are you doing? I am Divine Celion. It is so great to be here with you. Um, Man, when we do these readings sometimes, turn my camera on a little bit. I want you to understand, sometimes so much comes up to come out to tell you that we can't keep up with it all sometimes. So sometimes that's why you see some readers prepare ahead of time. And I actually have some notes because there was a channeled message, one, and then kind of what's going on. So first, let me get to my disclaimer. I am not a mental health therapist, worker. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a doctor. So if you have mental health issues, you need to see a professional. Please do so. Please see a professional in the area that you need. Thank you so much. That is confirmation. If this resonates with you, beautiful. We keep it positive here. We keep it love here. So if you have negative comments and things like that, I'm going to tell you, keep it to yourself because don't nobody care. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I'm being 100% authentic. And if that pisses you off because we don't care about your negative comments, think about it this way. You already walking around angry because you saying something that's negative. So that's the only lens that you can see it from. And that's your lens, boo. But we share love over here. If it's not helpful, we don't need to know. If you need to vent to someone, again, go see a professional. This is if it resonates. If it does not resonate for you, my loves, drop it and leave it down and keep it moving. Okay. So this came to me so heavy one day recently. You know how there's been this debate about divination and whether or not you're allowed to do it, stuff like that. I'm going to speak on that for a moment because I see a lot of readers, and we use spirit to do it. First of all, we're going to address this issue and then we're going to get to the reading. So let's address this issue. First of all, the Bible is a Judeo-Christian Bible that they use here in the United States. You're not using the Ethiopian Bible like you should be, that has more books in it. You're using a highly watered down, trimmed down, controlled version of the book. So much so my father's book's not even in there, nor Mary Magdalene's book. So, and then they split it, talking about Gnostic Texas. That was all included. Anyway, we're going to leave that alone. Apocrypha and everything. We're going to leave that alone. But that is a Judeo-Christian Bible. That means Old Testament is based on Jewish law. New Testament is based on Christian law, as those that pertain to following Jesus. Now, if you think about it like that, I want you to take yourself back. If you were not a Jew, you were not allowed to use Jewish magic. There were many different cultures at the time. There were many different gods and spirits at the time of different places, right? This is based on one God. And if you remember, this one God had seals, and we're talking about El. Okay, that's the God that those that are Christian follow El. And then the two sons, but you mainly follow Jesus, Yeshua. So, God had 72 seals, 72 names. Only Jews could use that. That is the soothsaying they're talking about. When Moses threw his staff down, and the followers of Ra threw their staff down, and Moses' snake ate, supposedly, right? Okay. Moses called on the 72 names of God. You are not to use the 72 names of God or the Kabbalic tree or those things, Merkaba and stuff like that, because according to Jewish tradition, that belongs to them, right? But we're going to just talk about God and God's names. So if you are not a Jew, you were not allowed to use the 72 names to invoke anything. How do you know? Because if you go and look, you have Jews that invoke those names for everything in life, right? You look at the tree of life, that's what it's based on. They had their own magic. different from Egyptian, different from other places, different from Babylonian, different. So if you weren't a Jew coming in trying to use the 72 names, that was a no. That is the first commandment about taking the Lord's name in vain. That was included for the Jewish people because it was not just sitting up there talking about swearing to God. Okay. It was talking about using one of the 72 names in the wrong way. You understand? Now, if my father said don't do it, but he was talking to his people and then ended up talking to everybody, that's a little different, right? But as far as you not being a Jew and you using the 72 names, that was a no. That was a no. If that was your faith, yes, you could, but there were ways in which you could use it. As someone, and I cannot remember who it was on YouTube that explained this, every culture had their own magic. Okay? Every culture had their own magic. So, but Jewish magic was specifically for Jews. Romans couldn't use it, wasn't supposed to. Greeks couldn't use it. No one else but the Jews could use that. No one else but the Jews, they could not teach it outside. Okay? Originally, the Kabbalah was not for everyone. It was for Jews that it was for. Okay? So understand, when it's talking about the God's name, there's 72. If you remember, they had said that you cannot pronounce these names. Now all of a sudden, you're hearing pronunciations of it. Because if you're not a Jew, you're not to use them. That's why. But then you have Solomon seals. And then people are like, well, wait a minute, though. You have the seals of Solomon. And those are the 72 names. I look deeper at what those are. Look deeper at what those seals are, the lesser and the higher. And you got to really know who Solomon was and his wife to understand about those seals. But if you were not ordained to use the names, you're not supposed to be using them. That's taking it in vain. That's saying one of God's names in vain by using it when you're not supposed to. Saying it when you're not supposed to. Okay? So I had to straighten that out. That was a law for Jews and Christians. Now, it's arguable if it was for Christians. But if you're following Jewish law, right, and those that believed in Jesus became from Jews to Christian, that's different. What did my father say? I always say, if you follow Jesus and you believe that Jesus was the Son of God, right? Boom. Then my loves. And Spirit must want me to tell you this because he shall shut that phone down. Then my loves, you follow Christ, and that is what you're to do. If you are anything else, you follow that faith, and that is what you chose to do, right? And the rules and the laws therein. It is what it is. So that came to me as a channeled message to tell the rest of you. That's what it means to take them in vain, using them for personal gain. And you're not helping anyone. And I believe my father spoke on that. When you're doing and you have, and you're using it only for yourself, but you're not using it for the gain of other people, that's a no. My father said that was a no. My father even said it was a no for you to have material items, that you want to lay those down to pick up your cross. How many of y'all following that? But y'all want to pick and choose what people can. Please don't bring that here. Don't bring that here. But that was something the Spirit wanted me to explain to you. All right, y'all. Now, let's get it to. Okay, so I did the Kipper deck first, which I very rarely do. I did the Kipper deck first because I wanted to get insight before I got to the Fool's journey and seeing where the Fool is, you, on the journey. Okay, so we got journey. Someone is traveling somewhere. And yes, I pre-shuffled these earlier, and I kept them together. Mature man. So a mature man is having to take a journey, and he's journeying toward poverty. Let's see why. Over a child. We're going to talk about this because I really think that people are misreading who this child is. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And this child is of high honor. Okay. And then we have main male. And we have courthouse. Okay. So, and at the bottom of the deck was thoughts. Okay, so let's talk about this. When we're looking at this, we're looking at time. I have been seeing people go back and forth about talking about a child and it's been over a child, but then talking about how some of us have been attacked since children. For some of you, this may pertain to a child. But for many of the chosen ones, this is pertaining to, and I'm seeing the mix of the conspiracy with the spiritual. Okay, let me explain something to you. There is no separation between the spiritual conspiracy and the governmental physical conspiracy. There's no difference. They're actually interlinked. So let's get there. So this mature man is going toward poverty because of a child that was born in high honor. This is not just any child we're talking about. If you are a chosen one, you're in high honor. Thank you. If you... No, let me back up. Many of us have been looked at and have had things stolen from us as a child. What does it mean to be a child of high honor? That's someone like Jesus, like Buddha, like Osiris. That's even someone like a stellar athlete, a savant, a walking their spiritual path to enlighten the world. Those scientists that are finding things about our water, our environment, and coming up with solutions, but because businesses want to make money, pulling it back, that kind of stuff. We're talking about that type of child. A chosen child, someone chosen whose destiny was chosen on this plane to make a difference for everyone. Someone who can bring down the system with a thought or a creation. That's the type of child we're talking about. That could be you. That could be somebody else. These children, and these are our starseed children. This is a starseed child, okay, or could be. But these children also are the children the government take and test, that have prophecies about them. Anyone that has been examined when they were a child, born, I would say from the ages of being born to 2 years old, and their IQ being tested, their probability of making an impact, their energy being tested, all of that. That's the type of child we're talking about. If you don't believe me, why would a mature man be going toward poverty for messing up a child? Think about it and forgive what I'm about to say. Unfortunately, and it hurts my heart, children are abused all the time. And this hurts my heart so bad. Right? But no one does anything. Or not a lot. Or we don't hear about it. For a child that's just regular. Now, that does not mean, I am not saying that all children are not precious. Absolutely they are. Even the bad ones are precious. But we're not talking about a regular child. We're talking about a child of prophecy. And some of us are born with prophecies. They knew this, we didn't. Because we don't remember the contract that we said to come back, right? This mature man knew you were going to be born. This mature man knew you were going to receive. And this mature man knew what he was doing. Okay? You are a child of high honor. If you resonate with that, this is for you. If you resonate from being different, knowing you were different, knowing at an early age, between the ages of 4 to 11, knowing you were here for a purpose, knowing you were going to do something great in this world, knowing and being able to see what your lessons were early on, knowing what magic was early on, knowing what you were seeing and being able to see the trends and what it leads to, being able to problem solve, all of that. You resonate with any of that, this reading is for you. As a child, this reading is for you. Okay, so you have main male. This main male sided with this mature man, and it's leading to the courthouse. Okay, I don't know what it's leading to the courthouse over, but this main male is thinking about this. In fact, everyone involved is thinking about this. Everyone that has been involved in fucking you over is thinking about this. Everyone is thinking about this. So, let's get into it, y'all. Let's see. We have Hermit card upside down. I am using the Tarot of Dreams. This is my new favorite deck. We have the Hermit upside down. And you're going to see me look in the book, because what I love about this is the hero's journey, and where we're at. And where we're at is moving out of hermitude, tree of life, what I'd say. Okay? Things are now moving in the balance and the way that they're supposed to be moving. Excuse me, y'all. Real quick. I apologize. Okay, I ain't got to worry about it. Okay. I didn't want to, and I'll turn my sound off or down. There you go. All right. So I can double my time. King of Coins. I'm trying to see if this is you, but I believe it is, because there's a celebration. And if this old man is taking the journey toward poverty, he ain't celebrating. Ace of Wands. You are. I believe for many of you, and you take the sexes how they resonate, but I believe for many of you, this King of Coins is you. You have surpassed the Queen of Coins. You are the King of Coins, right? And you are getting justice, Ace of Wands, over this Page of Coins that thought that they could take it. Okay? Now, this mature man, this also could be seen because the Six of Wands came out right side up, yet upside down. And I turned it right side up. Now, if it's pertaining to this Kipper deck, okay, the child is coming out of hermitude, which means that the child was kept hidden for their own good. And now the tree of life is playing out. Now the tree of destiny is playing out. So this mature man could be the King of Coins that had no victory. If I go the way that it fell out, that had no victory, has no victory. And that is justice. That is the Ace of Wands. That is the hand coming down and saying, smacking you on the hand, and you will not. You have no victory. So we can also see it that way too. Okay. This Page of Coins is this main male. Two of Swords upside down. Put that down. And we have the Knight of Swords, and we're going to talk about this. And the Eight of Cups upside down. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. So you have the Two of Swords upside down. Decisions. Page of Swords, Page of Coins couldn't make it. Right? Page of Coins couldn't make it. And let me see. Let's see what they say real quick so I can make sure I am. Let's see. Blinding oneself to what's truly important. And that's what the Page of Coins is, but this is upside down. This is upside down. So, this may mail. Okay. Now, do you know why a lot of you, and I'm paying attention to how dark it got. Do you know why a lot of you are getting someone new? One, your twin soulmate has to be replaced. Two, this. Someone has to fight for you. For a lot of us that are children of prophecy, okay, things don't turn around for us until someone honestly believes in us and what we're doing. A human needs to want to give and defend us and love us. When we have someone that's a human that honestly loves us, not another chosen one, we start to receive. So we have to have someone fight in our corner. And this person is not going to leave. They're not going to leave. They're not going to leave you unless you choose. Where's my cards? This is a very interesting read. So the hero, which is you on this journey, is getting divine intervention. Your destiny is starting to come through. Two of Wands. Choice. Choice. Now, let me explain something to you about this past person. This Page of Wands, right? Some of you, I can't make it up. Just as at the bottom. I can't make it up. Some of you have had so many lifetimes with this person. And every time you save them, you have to make the choice if you're going to save them this time. Them going back to you saves them. Why? Because you did the work. So let me explain how it works. Okay? This is your twin flame, right? You did the work. They didn't. But you say, okay, you come with me. You share the burden of the karma. They don't get it as much as they did because you bring blessings to people, while people bring shit to you to transmute, and then you release it back out. That's why you receive a lot of boo-boo, because you give blessings to other folks. They in turn give you their garbage. You turn their garbage into gold, and then that's what you're using, right? And then you move on. So you are getting justice because they have skewed the scale so much of your destiny, and many people's destiny. It has to be set back right. That's what this is. This is the misuse of energy in the spiritual plane the way that it's supposed to be. And misusing is so bad that everything's off. And so it has to do this. Boom. It has to boomerang back to set it right. I hear you, wind. I don't think y'all can hear the wind talking. But the wind is talking. Boy, is it talking. So you have to make a choice. Your choice is, do you save this person? Or do you now walk forward as the fool? Brand new. Do you walk forward as the fool brand new? You're coming out of hermitude. You're coming out of, okay, we kept you hidden this long. You've grown enough. You've got enough wisdom. I need you now to pick up your journey, your line, and go the way you're supposed to. Ooh, this is ugly. This is ugly, but you are coming out of hermitude. You're not allowed anymore. You can't be hidden anymore. Yeah, I'm about to show you. I was just letting a couple more draw before I... And it's ugly. Okay. I had to come from the bottom. So, all right. So, Empress. That is a lot of you guys' energy right now. Choose to be an Empress energy. Do not save this person. You did the work. I know you love them. I know you do. We all love these people that did us wrong. No. No, no love. Because you have a job to do. It's not a matter of just being rude and mean and vindictive and making them pay. It is really about you have a job to do. That's why you're not being hidden anymore. You have a job to do. And this person is going to set you back in your job on this plane, because then you gotta take time to make it right with them and get with them, so then you can be that couple that's supposed to make the change out there. No, why would you do that when you're being given someone new? Why would you do that when you're giving someone new and a new experience? You know what you get with this person. You've got it for many lifetimes. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, because you know Big Mama don't lie to you. I sat up and I had to let out a cry today. One, because of what I had been denied, and the hate, right? Because when you do good and you love people, you just love people. That's all you want to do. You just want to be a love muffin, right? And how people hate that because they're afraid of being loved. That hurts a love being. It does. It hurts when we can't give you love that we want to give you. That hurts us. But we ain't stupid, right? So the cry that I gave, sinister motherfucker. I'm about to show you. The cry that I gave was sadness over the fact that I have to let my twin go. Or I did already. Not have to. But the fact that I was sad that they couldn't see. And that they've done this for so many lifetimes that I had to tell them, no, I'm not saving you this time, love. I'm letting you go. I'm getting someone new. And I had to let that person go, because it really hurts you when you think about it. Why would a twin treat you that way? Why would a soulmate treat you that way and you're just trying to love them? That hurts. That does. And it's okay to acknowledge that. That does not make you weak. It is okay to acknowledge that. Hands down, that's okay to acknowledge that. And likewise, to forgive, you have to cry it out to let it go, to be able to forgive. You understand? I'm super excited that I get my Knight of Swords. Super excited. That will fight for me. So excited, right? That that's coming in. But I wasn't crying over the person. I was crying over the situation and how it unfolded. But see, understand that's also our karma too, for what we've done. There's karma we were paying back. But they just took it to the nth degree and then some. And that is why they're getting what they're getting. Because they listened to people when they know us. And they should have loved us. But they listened to other people to do hurtful things and kept doing it. It would have been a different karma if they did it and stopped when they were told to stop. But they didn't. And that's why their karma is so bad. And that is why we get excess. Because some of us are owed so much, we can't even be paid back in this life. Oh well. Next. Page of Wands. You see how sinister this sucker look? This is what you were dealing with. A wannabe leader. That's a fire sign, right? Or has fire placements in the chart. But look at him. Red around the eyes. Hate. Hate. And here you are. This is you. Those energies don't match. You're trying to form a relationship with this. Ooh, so sorry. You're trying to form a relationship with this to keep this going. No. No love. No. That is not to be with you. And again, take the sexes as they resonate. Flip them. Flip them if you need to. No. With the Queen of Swords. Now, remember the Queen of Swords was the other person before the lie. Okay? Before the lie. That's what they were coming off as. But we know. No. You're not Queen Babe. You're queen to my Empress energy. And you ain't even a real queen. You made yourself one. Where your subjects at? Thank you. Who's following you? If you have to lie to get it, it's fake. There's something I realized and I thought about. That kind of came as a channel message that I was thinking. I was looking at people who steal to get where they are versus people who work hard for it and get knocked down hella times and get treated like the chosen. But who always wins in the end? The chosen. Why? Because they did the work. They didn't use anybody. They didn't manipulate anybody. They didn't use any other tactics that other side used. They did it the honest way. And in the long run, we get. In the short term, they get. And then you can't be patient enough. So you put your ass in the Ten of Wands. And this right here is where that page and that queen is. Do you see this? Beat the fuck down. That's the energy they're in. Why? What did I say? They did too much to the Empress. They were told to stop. They like, no, I ain't stopping doing this shit. What you gonna do to me? You somewhere else. Now you gonna pray and ask for forgiveness? We don't hear you. Mm-mm. And Nine of Swords, they putting themselves in guilt. At least he's in guilt. The male is in guilt. I don't know about the female. But I can tell you this. If that female loses, and she will, who she wants, she is not. I want you to understand. What she thought she got, she didn't. What he thought he got, they didn't. And they're both in hell. See, Ten of Wands, it's yours. Ten of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is when you put yourself in the hell. Ten of Wands is when other people put you in the hell. They got both. But for the female, or the female energy that's presenting, I can tell you they're not happy because the person they wanted for so long. I want you to understand this too. For some of you, this third party wanted your person for years. Years. And was obsessed with your person. So what looks like a dream come true to them, what they're getting in karma is that person doesn't want them. That person doesn't want them. And Chariot, if they're not in it yet, I can guarantee you the Nine of Swords has started. They're going to get the Ten of Wands because that came out first. But I can guarantee you the Nine of Swords has started. And it's coming quickly. If it hasn't come already, it's coming quickly. All right, let's wrap it up because I ain't held y'all long enough as it is. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else you want known? It's really a sad state of affairs, y'all. But the Fool is moving quickly. As quick as this karma is coming in, is as quick as how you're moving. As quick as karma is moving. Because it has to be an equal exchange. 4 Wands. You going quickly towards celebration. They did too. They did too. They moved quickly toward closing that door. But the door has been quickly moved and closed on them. Yeah. For that celebration. Eight of Wands. I can't make it up. You got the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. And in the middle, you got Celebrate. Hold on. This is moving faster than I thought it was going to. Because you know how it's been moving slow. But I told you, it has to move at the pace that karma is moving. Yeah. You have strength, but they gonna have to have strength. This Page of Swords and their stupidity. They thought they were so smart. They thought they were so smart. He wasn't a Knight of Coins. Just because you have, let me say something. Just because you have money and some abundance doesn't mean you have arrived on that successful level of financial abundance to use and mistreat somebody else. 5 of Swords. The male counterpart is getting this shit. The male counterpart is getting it more than this female. I still don't understand that. But their magic is gonna be, if it hasn't been already. Hangman energy. They have a choice to make things right. Now, that don't mean you gotta hear them. But the Hangman Man is interesting because it's actually more positive than people think, depending on what's going on in this aspect. Okay? In this aspect, they're losing money. Because I'm also looking this way too. They're losing money. They celebrated your 5 of Swords. And now they're in Hangman energy. Anything else? I'll close out this row. I think I had my deck. I have it wrong. I do have it wrong. Turned it wrong. 5 of Cups. Now, I'm going to tell you why. It's whoever's the twin flame is the one getting it. And that's their judgment. No love. Not from you. They cannot have your cup. Spirit has spoken. They can't have your cup. You better not give it. You better not give it. They can't have it. You better not give it. Or you will not have love either. Why? How do they treat you? And then you about to take them back and let them treat you the same way again. No love. And you keeping the karma going. 8 of Swords. This is all bad. This is all bad. Kept away. Do you understand me? Do you see this bubble? And do you see how it's hexagonal in this bubble? That's the universal matrix saying no. That ain't just anyone saying no. That is the universal matrix saying no. You have a new one. You better not overstep that bounds. If the universal matrix has said no, that's reflected in our DNA. That we're a reflection of, hence spirit. That's combined. And you gonna go against what it said? No, there's too many of them. Okay. Okay. Two of Cups upside down. This is the word. Devil upside down. You may be, okay, what this is saying, you may have been fooled by the devil, but you ain't innocent by a long shot. I'm going to do one more round. If the magician comes out, they have to move away from the high priestess. Okay? That, you know what that means? These two together, two things. If you're a high priestess, they have to leave you alone, but they have to leave you alone anyway. Stop getting magic readings on these people. Stop going to soothsayers, mainly female ones, to find out what's going on with the collective. Stop. Because you're going to get these readers in trouble. The ones that are giving you the information that you ain't supposed to have. These readers are going to get you in trouble. Stop. That's what that's saying. You have to leave that. Stop. You're not to get readings on us. You didn't want us. Remember? Karmics, you didn't want us. So you're not to pry anymore into us. I don't give a fuck how obsessed you are. Yeah, that's right. I don't care how obsessed you are. You're to leave us alone and who we're going to be loving on. None of your business. Leave us alone. It is none of your business. You cannot know. You cannot. You cannot make a promise to the universal matrix, to spirit, to God, and saying what you want to do with us in the last life because you fucked us over in the last life. You can't say what you want to do, lie twice, or actually more than that for some of us, and then going to try to come back again, trying to make it right. No. No. Universal matrix said no. And to stop getting reading on it. Stop getting readings on us. Stop looking. If you look at this priestess and her crystal ball, stop spying on what is going on with us. We're not spying on you. No, 9 of coins. You don't get it. You can't have us. We're not spying on you. Some of us listen to these readings and get these readings because we want to know where we're at on the fool's journey. That's why I listen. I want to know where I'm at on my fool's journey. And this is all bad. It's getting exposed. Okay. This person just really thought they were bee's knees. It's getting exposed what group worked against you and what group they belong to. So if your person does belong to a magical group, a financial group, a group like, because there's so many offshoots of them and Masons and shit like that, a group like that does shit that's secretive or does stuff that you can't know about, then you know who they were working with. It's common sense. You can do process of elimination to find that out. Knight of Wands. Thinking they all big and bad. But guess what? 4 Cups. Trying to be a King of Wands when they were already an emperor if they weren't doing all this bullshit that they've done to other people. But they have. They've done all this bull to other people. Don't be mad at me because I'm giving what I'm supposed to be giving to people. I don't care. You can't hurt me. Greed over wish fulfillment. See, the group cared about the money because the group knew what this person would get because they were going to siphon it out of your person. They were going to let your person have a little bit, and you weren't going to have anything unless you were with this person, but it was the group that was going to have, really have. And whoever is cuckolding your person, you heard what I said, cuckolding your person, because there's someone cuckolding your person. There's at least 2. feminine energies, right? But I'm not seeing that other one, that motherly one, show up like that. I'm seeing you, collective, and take the sexes as they resonate. Your person wanted the Ten of Cups because that brings everything. You see? They wanted the Ten of Cups because that brings everything. That love brings in everything, right? But the group wanted the Nine of Coins. Well, Ten of Cups. So they don't get it because they didn't secure you. They didn't secure the bag. You were the bag. You brought love. It's like a person who walks. It's upside down. It's like a person who walks. No, this card was upside down. Okay. It's like a person who walks and how do you say it? You walk by somebody, they hit the jackpot. That's you, collective. That's how you are. It may not work for you, but your energy works for other people. And if any of you ever go to a casino and people bump into you, it's because they fucking know. They took some of your energy by bumping into you. You don't ever let nobody bump into you at a casino. If they gotta walk, you let them go. Don't let them touch your energy. We ain't playing them games. So they thought they were gonna get, look at that. They thought for this Ten of Cups that you were gonna get, they were gonna be able to Ten of Swords you, so he can become the ultimate player. The ultimate, not player, but he is a player. But so she or they, whatever, but can be seen as this upstanding man, family man that everyone wants to be because that's what their friends are in their career circle. They're all married, they have children, and people look up to them. They're the only ones acting like a child. Even though they married this other person on you, they're acting like a child. So they thought that they could steal the wish fulfillment of love from you. The group wanted the money, and of course they were going to get kicked down, right? To become this. But what they didn't understand is they can't become that without you. You can't become that without the star, baby. And they ain't the star. They have to catch a star to make the wish. They let the star go, so they can't make a wish. Put it like that. You did. You're the wishing star. You're the cosmo star. I won't say cosmotic, interesting. But instead, that's what they gave you. Three of Swords. Right? All your life. Three of Swords. All your life, someone's been stealing your Ten of Cups. And for some of you, that is all you asked for. See, my loves, they didn't want you to be this. Because you would have your thing. They didn't want you to be this. They needed to. This is what they do. They steal it from people. To be in that energy. To be in the Nine of Coins and the Ten of Cups energy. But they couldn't steal it from you. And that was the problem. They couldn't steal it from you. I have another card down there, I thought. So, they wanted to keep this going. They didn't want it to close out. Every time you come back, see the Fool in the middle? Every time you come back, you see that? Destruction and rebirth, constant. Destruction and rebirth, destruction and rebirth, destruction and rebirth. And not let it end because upside down. And all your lifetimes, that's what they wanted. They got tired of you they got tired of you being the chosen one. They got tired of you being the one destined to do certain things. They wanted it to be them. They wanted to be more important than what they were. All this kind of shit. They wanted the cycle. They didn't want the cycle to end so they can keep having abundance. Your abundance. They swear that that's the destiny that they wrote for you, and that's what you were going to have. Who the fuck you? Alien or human? No, you can't do it. You ain't spiritual. You alien or human. You can't do it. And if you are alien and human, and you are doing it, that's because of either your spirit guides or you actually have some spiritual bloodline in you to do it. But if you are a straight alien and straight human, you ain't got it. You have what your species has. Let's keep it above. You have what your species has. So you try to take it from the cosmic means because you don't understand it. You don't have it. You can't create. You steal. Because you can't create. And people don't know that. But we chosens do. And so what you do, you make us forget when we cross that veil and not realize the power we have so you can take it. Hell no. Some of us know. We knew from birth. King of Swords. That's what he was trying to be, a king. And he's nothing but a fucking little kid. Nothing but a fucking little kid. No. All right, let's close it out. 2 more and that's it. 2 more and that's it. I'm tired of these people. 5 of Wands, and that's what is in there for trying to do that. But these are spirits they fighting. They're now fighting the unseen, like the unseen that was affecting you when you were trying to live. They're now fighting the unseen. And again, your karma and your blessings and your abundance is coming in accordance to the karma that's being dished out at the same rate flow. Okay? At the same rate flow. They are in poverty like the group is in poverty. At the same rate flow. Okay, I'm going to give you the 10. Any last ones? Take it home. All right. No. I'm curious though. Oh, just curious. Okay. What did I say? What did I say? And the last card. I was gonna pull. What did I say? I guess it was like I had to pull until I found this one. Didn't I say if the magician comes out, that means they were doing magic themselves on you? Isn't that what I said? Thinking they have all the power in the world. No. They were doing magic themselves. And that's another reason why. So, they don't want this to close out. But what's not going to close out is for stealing what belongs to you. The magic is being used to keep this King of Swords and a 5 of Wands and a 5 of Coins. Do you know what this means, karmic? Do you know what this means, collective? This means for you who did the dirt, including the group they belong to, you will be in a proverbial constant 5 of Coins and 5 of Wands. That means that stock market crash that we saw on Monday, or that, I'm sorry, that we didn't hear about on Monday, Black Monday, because of the Japanese market. All of those investors and countries that can't pay back their bonds and then came up with ingenious ways to move the money and to keep it moving and come up with ingenious ways to basically create a moving Ponzi scheme